we're going to try this again. New technology, learning new stuff. I learned some hard lessons trying to do this the first time. I found out that apparently the microphone moves inside my helmet. I also found out that if you hit a couple of the wrong buttons on GoPro, then your footage turns out like crap. Hopefully this one turns out better. You know what they say about teaching an old dog new tricks. But this old dog's learning. Anyways, I've been asked, why do you ride a motorcycle? Well, the thing is that once you ride, you don't have to ask that question anymore. Kind of the old saying, if you don't do it, then you won't understand. And then there's the generic answer that some like to give. I ride for the freedom, man. It's all about that freedom. Well, that's a great answer, and I do agree. But on the other hand, I'm not the kind to give out generic answers when asked a question. So I'm trying to create a vlog which explains my point of view a little more in depth. My first response, and perhaps the most honest response, would be for the adrenaline rush, as some would call it. When you're out here on two wheels, you see things a lot more clearly. You see, hear, sometimes smell things that you don't get to experience when you're in a cage with all your distractions and whatnot. The whole world is a little bit more clear. Take, for instance, this road that I'm on right now. I actually live on this road. I'm at my second address on this road, so I've lived out here for quite a while. It's out in the country and pretty much one way in, one way out to get to town. So I've been on this road hundreds and hundreds of times, probably, in my car or in my truck. And the first time I got on two wheels and ventured along this path, it was like a whole different world. It just seemed like I was somewhere I had not been before, because I was seeing things that I had not seen before as many times as I've traveled this route. It just opens up the world while you're riding. You feel more alive, you feel more awake. Anybody who knows me fairly well knows that I don't do mornings. I am not what you would call a morning person. I used to ride to work. People would ask me, how do you do that? You get up and jump on your motorcycle. Well, the thing is that when you throw your boots on and you run out to your shop and you fire up the V-twin and point it down the driveway and start heading down the road, you're wide awake. Doesn't matter how tired you are when you stumble out of the house. Once you get on that bike, you're wide awake. And by the time you get to work, you're raring to go. You're ready to attack the day. So there's that benefit. That's something on the plus side. Yeah, it's kind of like sucking down 2 quad shots of espresso and a couple of rock stars on the way to work. Except for you don't get the crash or the jitters that you get when you do that kind of stuff. About to show you one of the reasons I appreciate living on this road and why I've stayed out here for a while and intend to do so for a while longer. There are times when I just need a little break. There are times when I just need to clear my head or gather my thoughts or just get my mind right. And I can just hop on and ride to the top here. There's a spot where the road turns to gravel to go up into the forestry roads, and I'm going to have to turn around because Penny here is not made for off-roading. She is not an ADV bike. But when I do, I'm going to come up to this spot that I like to just park and dismount and lean against the bike and just look, because Oregon is a beautiful state, and I found that experiencing it on two wheels makes it just a little bit more beautiful. But this view right here is one of my favorites. It's right in my backyard, so to speak, so I like to come up here and just enjoy the peace and quiet and look out over the valleys, and here it is. When I moved from here to here, the view out my front door went from this to this. And this is right up the road where I am now. So as I head back down the hill here, I'll give you another reason why I enjoy riding so much. It has to do with the people that I've met that share the love of this hobby in the community. I've heard about it quite a bit, and people told me, and I've watched biker clubs and things of that sort run around. But it's another one of those things that you don't really understand until you live it, until you're in it. I've acquired a group of friends that I consider family. It's been a pretty amazing thing to understand how a group of people can get together and all doing something individually. I mean, we don't ride on the same bike or anything like that. We're all doing our own thing. We're all on our own vehicle, and we're all riding our own ride and experiencing our own ride. But yet we're doing it collectively, and we'll all create memories together and have stories to tell. So it's kind of an alone together thing, which I think is kind of neat. It's a unique experience that a lot of people don't get to experience. The motorcycle community, the biker community, however you want to label it, is a very important reason why I do this as much as I do. It's a very important reason, something very dear to my heart, and I don't want to lose and I don't want to give up. So another reason why I enjoy riding so much, and at the risk of sounding corny, it's a spiritual experience for me. I get focused on riding. It doesn't matter what kind of day you had, how much stress, how much drama, how much whatever negative stuff is going on in your life at that point in time. A little throttle therapy makes it all kind of melt away, and you leave it behind you. It becomes part of your exhaust for a while. I find it to be really good for the soul. It puts me in a good place that I would otherwise have a hard time finding. That makes it a spiritual experience for me, and that's a good reason. I feel like I've eliminated the need to spend hundreds of dollars an hour on a therapist. So those are my reasons in a nutshell. I've articulated them the best I can. Looking back, I see that it's kind of wordy, it is kind of long, so I have a feeling that if somebody comes up and asks me, why do I ride? I'm just going to answer, I ride for the freedom, man. It's all about that freedom. And we'll leave it at that. If you don't ride, you probably wouldn't understand anyhow. So I hope you like this video. If you've watched this long, then I must not have done too bad of a job, and I do appreciate you watching this long. If you do enjoy it, you'd like to see more of me rambling and throwing out my opinions out there, post a comment down below. Let me know that. I'm trying to make different types of videos, so some input on what people want to see and what people don't would be very helpful. But again, if you do like it, I do appreciate it. Please like it, share it, maybe spread the word so I can help build this a little better. And until the next episode,